I will spare you on this. Jason Thor Hall released a response video. It's over 20 minutes long. I did listen through this. It is segmented into chapters. He starts off by saying that if you want to, this is the comprehensive response video that you can just link people to segments if you want to educate them on how wrong they are about me. So his responses are that he is a gay furry. He doesn't give a fuck if anyone cares about that. He refuses to disavow Asmongold for being evil racist because guilt by association is stupid. He says that he's working hard on his game and people are dumb. There's something I forgot about this one. I think it matters. Nepo Baby was the one that his father worked for Blizzard, and he also worked for Blizzard. So there's always been a long-standing accusation that the only reason why he got into Blizzard, which is one of his main things, he reminds people constantly he worked at Blizzard. He's a game developer. He has lots of clout, lots of experience. He's super cool, and he's the real deal, right? Well, everyone has always said that his father was the one that got him a job. He insists in this that his father had nothing to do with him getting a job, and said that his brother also applied for a job at Blizzard at the same time, and he didn't get the job. So therefore, there's no way that it could have been nepotistic in nature. He denies having a voice changer. He says that he's been caught on the street by other people. He just says that he lowers his voice when he speaks. So I guess you can say it's artificial if you believe that. I did not watch the segment about him cheating in a game. I don't care, to be quite honest. But however, you may notice that there's something really, really obviously missing in this. And it's number one, he still refuses to take accountability for the fact that he got his guildmates when he pussed out and roached out in the World of Warcraft game, which started people hating him to begin with. And number two, absolutely no mention or apology towards the person that he sent a fallacious, false DMCA strike against their game on the Steam store for what he thought was a parody of him. So not even that he actually was satirized and parodied using voice clips that sound kind of like him. He just thought that and was wrong. And of course, he does not acknowledge this. He does not acknowledge that he's wrong, doesn't apologize, doesn't just eats the shit, says, F you. Okay, so I hate his face. He has that face that you just look at and you're just like, you look like such a... Let's talk turkey. Let's talk real business. So, if you are a member of the European Union, if you are a resident alien or national of the European Union, I would implore you to go to stopkillinggames.com or to the Kiwi Farms and click this link and go to this page. And all you have to do to sign this petition, I would like you to sign my petition. Can you sign my petition? You must enter in your nationality, and then you have to fill in a little bit of information so that they can verify who you are. It takes 30 seconds. And the initiative is to get the European Union, the EC, to begin negotiations with the video game industry to force them to add to their game contracts moving forward a plan for the end of life of their product, so that at whatever point the company begins to drop live services from their server clusters, shut them off permanently, they will provide to the license holders of their game some way to continue playing it. Either update the game to include a single player thing, release the binaries that include the servers so people can self-host and do LAN or do like private servers, something like that. That's the initiative, and that is a very good thing, I would feel on its face. Though apparently, when you submit this request to the EC, that's like your starting point. That's like the best case scenario. And generally, at some point, the European Union and the industry will meet halfway and provide something that makes nobody happy. So you might be wondering, why promote a democratic process for the European Union that's gay, and the only thing they've ever done right is get iPhones to have USB-C chargers? Like, why even bother shilling for the European Union juice? This isn't like you at all. In fact, this is betraying your principles. Well, that's where you're wrong, stalker child, because I'm not betraying my principles. My principles are airtight. Even if you don't give a shit about video games, you should still sign this petition because there is an enemy of all freedom, peace-loving people on the planet. And his name is Malding Factory. That is his real name. Actually, it's not. It's his persona name. His real name is Jason Hall. He prefers to go by Thor because he's a... But his furry name, as you can see, for his like little otter or whatever persona, is Malding Tree. And Malding Tree is the enemy. He is the Staatsfiend gegen uns alle. Okay. And he must be taken down. He authoritatively declared some time ago that he was going to be the end of the Stop Killing Games movement. Let's hear his exact words, chat. Let's get this transcript up. There's only one part of this video that I want to play. This guy is very autistic, by the way. And it's just so unfortunate because it's like, he's just like this weird dude. And he's very obviously like a little spurg. And he's like, I want to make video game better for everybody. And it's like, he can't do it because this Nepo baby, Malding Tree, has ordained himself to be God and says he cannot do this. See this guy? He's got like the full head of hair. He's got that intonation. We talked about his voice before, how supposedly it's fake, supposedly it's not fake. Regardless of if it's filters or not, he has that radio voice. So he's like the exact opposite. You have this weird looking guy that just wants to play old video games. And then you have this guy that's like this industry plant that is like super normal looking. And he has decided that he's going to bully this poor nerd and ruin his Stop Killing Games initiative by spreading outright lies. More in particular, the big lie that he told was effectively, if you let this evil nerd pass this petition, the European Union would send in the Stasi to every game development studio in the world, guns drawn, zigzawas at the ready to drop game devs in their place if they did not agree to be contractual slaves to the European Union and edit every live service game that ever existed to become a brand new single-player experience. That is the lie that Malding Tree said about the Stop Killing Games initiative. And as a result, his little chudlings went after the poor nerd, Curse Farms, and spread lies about his initiative to try and ruin this poor lad trying to save video games. And let's hear what this shining genius, this former Blizzard employee, his father, who was one of the first 10 employees of Blizzard, and then who coincidentally just got hired by Blizzard, just coincidentally happened to be hired by Blizzard, a company that just coincidentally happens to make some of the most profitable live service games that have ever existed in human history. Some of the most profitable, always online, no end of life plan online services that have ever existed. Just so happens to be the Nepo baby of somebody involved in a company like that, talking shit about a petition to make games permanently available to the customers that bought them. But let's see what he has to say about poor Ross.
Shit. It's shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. That's awful, dude. No, eat my entire ass. The level of stupid that I just had to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. This shit sucks. That's a really stupid ass move. That's an incredibly stupid ass move. I think this is ass. This is complete garbage. All of this can eat shit then. I drop the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. They can eat my entire ass. The whole thing. That sounds stupid as shit.
Oh, yeah. I can see why people like him. It's like listening to Mr. Rogers.
See, I mean, he's just a dopey autismal. And he just wants to say, do you, if you're in the European Union and in the time between me saying sign this petition and now you haven't already signed it, you are letting Malding country win. He is sitting there, his little fingers pressed together, going, yes, my child will ignore the petition. Meanwhile, poor Ross, working, slaving away, spending his own money to support his initiative. He's saying, no, my child will sign the petition. It's happening. You don't want see this guy? Hold up. You see this guy right here? Do you want him to be happy? Do you want this man to know happiness ever again in his life? Because right now he's very happy. He's very happy with you, lazy child who hasn't signed the petition. He's very pleased with you. He's going, yes, good. Be lazy. Do not sign my petition. Do not sign it. Yes, Blizzard should make infinite money forever. Yes. Don't let him be happy, chat. Because here's the thing. During the World of Warcraft debacle, which I talked about, where basically Malding allowed his entire team of hardcore World of Warcraft classic friends to die as he scuttered away like a little roach, scuttered away as a frost mage roach. All his freezy spells ready to go. Mana gem at the ready. Archmage mana reload ready to go off cooldown. He had all the mana in the world to cast his freezy pop spells. But what spell did he cast, chat? He cast Blink, as in the teleport spell, to get the f out of there while all of his friends died. And he lived. And since then, it was a Pyrrhic victory, because even though he allowed all of his streamer friends to die a horrific death that he could have prevented, he was never allowed to return to World of Warcraft. He was booted out of his guild, OnlyFangs, and he says there's now like a force field that prevents him from playing World of Warcraft. So he may have saved his character, but in the end, it didn't even matter. For the coward's toll is always death in the end, chat. All these people letting poor Ross down. Ross is literally autistic. He can't help himself, okay? He needs you. He needs you, especially if you're not like an English speaker. Unironically, the best people who could possibly help this shit right now, because it gained like 80,000 signatures in a little bit over a day after he made this video talking about Jason Thorhall. So it's like, it's possible. It just has to happen really fast. It's like on track if it gets 10,000 signatures a day. And I think the people that need to do it the most are like, here's the thing about, when I was in Europe, I looked at European streamers because I was like, can I learn like a language listening to like Twitch streamers? And the people that stream in like Spain and France and Germany and Poland, they all stream Rocket League. And Rocket League is like a live service game. Those Rocket League streamers, if you watch Rocket League streamers, you need to contact your Rocket League streamer and get him in the language that he understands to understand the purpose of this petition. And as we've discussed, the purpose of this petition is to get this asshole, get this asshole to cry himself to sleep. And I think if you show people that and you really drive home what this is about, they will sign the petition. They will advertise the petition in a language that other European residents will understand. And we will all benefit and prosper from this, okay? Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, and they'll be like, ay Dios mío, un americano horrifico. I'll sign all your petition. I don't know how Spaniards sound. They probably sound more bippity boppity like Italians. I've never been to Spain. I had no interest in going to Spain. That's literally all I have to say about this. That's it. That's all I gotta say. All right, sign the petition. God damn it. I don't even know how to say that in German. It's a hard word. Sign is like Unterschrift, right? Unterschrift, deine Unterschrift on die Petition. I can't imagine that that's translated to anything in German. Hold up. Petition in German. I am not a robot. I'm going to depel them. Petition in German. Petition. Also known as an Unterschrift Action. I like that more. Unterschrift Action. It sounds like Antifa, anti-fascist action, but with Unterschrifts instead. Okay, do that. Unterschrieben, that's it. Unterschrieben Sie. Bitte. Gegen. Unterschrieben gegen die Malding Schwulette. Okay? That is your commandment. And that's the high order from the Bundeskanzler, all right? Sign that shit. It's such a beautiful language.